Hello, everybody, and welcome to Maximum Libertarian. I am Brian, and I am joined today by the one and only Dean D. Davison.
What's going on, everybody? Well, I want to remind you first, subscribe to our YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey channels. Click the notification bell, smash that like and share, and make sure you share all of our videos. You can also follow us on Twitter and Getter at We Are Max Lib. That's We Are ARE Max LIB. So that's where you can find us and get the videos. Any videos that you see, keep sharing those videos. Get us some likes, get us some information, so more people can watch the Libertarian message.
Absolutely. So it's been a while since we got to do one of these, and I mean, I've had some things going on in my life, and I know you've had things going on inside your life. So, this will be just a very quick one. I don't know how quick is quick, but I think one of the big things, let's talk about real quick, we haven't really discussed on our channel. Back May 22nd, you had the Libertarian Party had a national convention, and we have a completely new LNC, which is the Libertarian National Committee. Angela McCardle, Joshua Smith, is it Tim Hopeman?
Hope again.
And Carrie Ann Harlows is back as the secretary. It was all Mises, and they were all Mises endorsed, as it should say. I know we've talked about it here multiple times on this channel, in private, at the RVL, or wherever. I'm not a big supporter of any caucus, just for the fact of, I think when you have, we're already in a small group. So, hey, let's all get together and join an even smaller group that can possibly split the party for the good, for the better, for the worst. Who knows?
The way I look at it is this, and this was given to me by, and it's true. It was a discussion I had actually with the great Dr. Lark, and every 20 years or so, the Libertarian Party seems to go through one of these interfactional or inner issues. Of course, this time, it was the Mises Caucus. I don't down the Mises Caucus, like I said, because first off, a lot of their actual platform is great. But here's the thing. The Mises Caucus did a whole lot of groundwork for quite a long period of time. There's a lot of people that are complaining about it, and they shouldn't be complaining about it because they did the groundwork while a bunch of people behind keyboards or keyboard warriors didn't do work to go against them and their ideas, and they lost. Factionalism is going to always occur. You had problems back in 2000 with the Harry Brown situation, with Jacob Hornberger. We know that was an issue. So that's 20 years ago, and 20 years prior to that, there was an issue. So it's like every 20 years, something in the Libertarian Party happens. Caucuses, people are going to join them. It's going to be factionalism, but at the end of the day, like you said, we need to be one big group. We all need to be working together. This split idea. I mean, when I was chair of the Libertarian Party of Virginia, vice chair and secretary, my thought process was bringing people together, trying to form more affiliates. I got 3 of those, through in my time, which is great. Hampton Roads, was it Three Rivers, and the last one was tough because of factionalism issues. Because the board was Mises, certain people who are now holding positions did not want to support and made it hard on people to have the Central Virginia, but that passed after I whipped a bunch and did a bunch of whipping, and brought people together enough to have that pass. So they have a good affiliate going there now. I heard in the last STMC meeting there is one new affiliate coming, so that's good too. More affiliates, more people
located.
I believe in the Fredericksburg area. It's going to be one, maybe it's Harrisonburg. It's going to be one where it's not official, but they're trying to make it official. I can't remember exactly what it is.
You always need more affiliates. That's definitely
absolutely, and I've been a staunch person on that from day one. And we've redistricted. So, 9th district, I've offered Andrew Rose the hands in the 9th district to help him out, and he wants to help. It needs to help. I mean, 9th district used to be this really rural area. Now you have parts of Bedford County and things more non. It's rural, but it's more compact, where we have more people that can assist, and it'll only make everything better. And so that's just the way it is. And like I said, every 20 years or so, there's always a situation in the LNC. Happy to have Karen Ann Harlow's back. No matter what people think, she does great work as a secretary. She has great notes. She does great minutes. You can't down what she does as a secretary.
Right. Well, I guess really the thing we'll start with today is what I wanted to speak about is Larry Sharpe.
Who doesn't love him?
Well, she should be well liked amongst the libertarians. But what has happened is in New York, this came from his YouTube channel, which anyone out there, if you're not subscribed to Larry Sharpe for governor and the Sharpe way, I would highly recommend it, just because he is I think he's exactly what I want to see with the Libertarian. He would be my first choice for the 2024 nominees if I had a vote right now,
Absolutely.
because I like the way he speaks. He articulates it right. He can fire the crowd up, and that's what you need. But right now, he has to turn in New York 50,000 ballots or 50,000 signatures to get onto the ballot. And currently, he hasn't turned in enough, I guess. And he said that one of the things was one of the vendors that was supposed to help him, or that was saying that they were helping him, actually kept all the signatures, which was thousands of signatures, and did not turn them in at the time. And this individual, whoever it is, never even won't return his phone calls, nothing. So it was almost like this guy collected signatures strictly for that reason, was to screw Larry.
Which is awful. I mean, that's dirty as dirty can get.
Absolutely it is. And, that's the problem that you have right now, I think, when it comes to the two-party system. And they have this fantasy that if my guy's not on the ballot, that I'm going to vote for the left or the right, whichever one, whoever their candidate is. They think I'm going to vote for them. And the reality is I won't. There's multiple things I've learned. I love the Sharpe Way. I think it's a really good show. But he also talked about, he said that he had volunteers in 2018 collected 19,000 signatures. This year, they only collected 8,000 signatures. So that's a gigantic drop off. He said he also believed that more people would have stayed in New York and helped collect signatures instead of going out to Reno. That's, it's only 4 days out in Reno. Now, 4 days can mean a lot. I get that. But, he had other things.
We've seen what 4 hours can do locally. Right. So.
Absolutely. He believes the stupid split between the Mises Caucus and the others has caused this.
And I would throw that in there, is that Larry is considered a Mises or Mises backed. So is that very highly a probability? Yes.
The thing is, they asked him, they said, "Are you part of the Mises Caucus?" He said he sits on their board, and he told every caucus in the Libertarian Party that he would gladly sit on their board. Yep. It wasn't even that he was so much following what they say, but he wants to be part of everybody's, and the Mises Caucus was the only one that accepted the offer to allow him to sit on their board.
And a lot of that, I think, has to do with is the way this party split, like I said, because right. he is on their board. They see him as a Mises member, It doesn't, and because let's put this in perspective on local or state. When I was chair and with the Central Virginia, trying to do the Virginia affiliate, because they had Mises members and because I was trying to help that affiliate become an affiliate, I was put in the same thing. It is you are linked to the Mises caucus if you try to help them in any way, shape or form.
Now, there is a couple of things that I will say about the Mises Caucus. That we'll go. Let's continue on with the Larry Sharpe thing real quick. Yeah. You've had people leave the party. We've seen it here, and we've seen it throughout the country. But some libertarians, I'm resigning. I'm going to be an independent. As Larry said, where are you going to go? Run as an independent. See how hard it is as a libertarian, and it's hard to run as a libertarian. Now you're going to say, I'm going to run as an independent and watch me succeed. It sucks.
Not going to happen.
As he said the Libertarian Party is a dumpster fire on wheels, and he's like, but I got to hold on to it because where else am I going to go? He said, talk to me in 2023 or about running because over in, I guess, Los Angeles, there was a Republican who switched over and became a Democrat, but now he's running as a Republican under the Democrat banner, but he's making traction. Well,
because they're all one big dumpster party of a fire. Well, look what's going on. Look what's going on with gun control right now.
Right. But
do I need to name those 10 people? Because I'll tell you what, I will. What a pathetic group of Republicans who are trying to who claim that they want to protect your Second Amendment rights, but are going totally the opposite direction and jumping on with the Democrats to restrict your gun rights. The only people that are still trying to fight your gun rights is the Libertarian Party.
Right. Well, the fact of the matter is the Democrats and the Republicans are the exact same thing. It's just a different title,
Yep. Ella Donkey.
Hold one moment. I've got to just speak for a minute, all right?
All right. So, like I said, Larry is great. He's a great guy. Larry, he's done a lot. If you haven't listened to The Sharpe Way, please listen to The Sharpe Way. If Larry Sharpe can't fire you up, you've got an issue. Definitely one of the best spokespeople we have for our party. And I would love to see him run for president because he is really, really good at what he does. And like I said, people need to end the infighting with this party. It's just, we talk about Larry Sharpe and how he believes the same thing. Just because you're Mises backed, you're a member of the Mises caucus, or you're a member of any caucus, doesn't give you, we all need to work together as libertarians, whether you're a radical, a prag, a social, libertarian socialist even. I'm not big on socialism, and you know that. Or, the Mises caucus. We're all small groups that need to be operating under the big group and helping each other. Because the biggest problem we have right now, whether it's state or national LP, or even going into this poor thing with Larry Sharpe, is a split in the political party because of ideology. I don't know about you, but I was brought into this party much like I know Brian was with Ron Paul. I have a shirt on right now. I love me some Ron Paul. Definitely heavy Mises, but everybody loves Ron Paul. He was good at bringing people together. Most people liked Gary Johnson, brought people together. Jo Jorgensen, she's all right. Wasn't my favorite presidential candidate. Would have rather seen Larry Sharpe be the presidential candidate because Larry Sharpe can bring people together. And what makes me fear is that if this happens, he won't run for president for the party, and somebody we definitely need in the party to run for president. If he doesn't win the governorship of New York. And I also will appeal to anybody that's local. come out to the RVL meetings every second Wednesday at Corned Beef. I know we have things lined up every August. We line up Dr. Lark. If there's one you see a year, that's the one you want to see, is Dr. Lark. But we want you out there. We want people to be on the ground, activists. We want our affiliates to be strong. And the way to do that is get involved. Just don't sit back on your keyboard. Get involved.
All right, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, I was just telling people, no matter what caucuses and stuff like that, and with this Larry Sharpe thing, my fear was that Larry Sharpe won't run for president if this whole thing happens, and that would suck because he's one of the most. If you don't like Larry Sharpe, you got an issue. Basically, he's one of the people to bring people together, much like Ron Paul did and most of us got involved in because of Ron Paul. And it doesn't matter what. I went further in describing, if you're involved with any caucus, it doesn't matter. We need to all come together and work under one. And I started plugging local affiliates and the ability to get involved, be an activist, and help grow the party. And told them that the RVL meetings are the second Wednesday of every month at Corned Beef. And Dr. Lark is usually our August speaker, and would be, if you want to see one, if you don't see any other ones during the year, that's the best one to see. But we would love to come out every month.
Well, but once again, I think I just wanted to take this time to talk about Larry Sharpe, the struggles that he's having as a third party in New York City, or not New York City, but New York State. He's, as a Libertarian, he's had this individual come along, hold the signatures. He has a friend that he considered a friend. He was the one who challenged him in court. He said, "Why are you challenging me in court?" He said, "Because I think this year the Republicans can win." The Republicans' ratio to Democrats is 1-3. So 3 Democrats to 1 Republican in New York. The Republican will not win a statewide office. Something else that's come up, courtesy of the one-party system in New York, is, I believe in 2023, he was saying, the taxpayers will automatically start giving money to the Republican and Democrat. So if there's 2 candidates, they're going to take $100 million, and then they'll go $50 million to the Republican, $50 million to the Democrat. And so in turn, that just completely wipes out a third party candidate. If you're a party, a minor party, or if you're an independent, Larry Sharpe has spent, just doing this ballot access, already $250,000. Okay. That's so in turn, with something like that, he said, if he does not get on, he said he'll probably be on the ballot. He's got some things in the oven he can't disclose right now. But if he doesn't get on the ballot, if this New York City, I keep saying New York City because I guess it's a big city. New York State is the last. If he doesn't get on the ballot and he does not get the percentage he needs of votes, the Libertarians, no third party, will ever be on all 50 ballots again, because they're going to somehow stranglehold that area. The Republicans and Democrats. That's what we're fighting. But we are black belts. Libertarians are black belts when it comes to fighting each other. It's easier to come over to you and fight you for an idea that is silly when we agree on 90% of the things, 80% of the things. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. We are master black belts at beating each other up.
It's unreal how bad we are when it comes to that. But we've got to get Larry Sharpe on the ballot. Then we've also got to make sure that he shows well in the polls, so he can get that percentage. We've got to make sure that everyone in New York, everyone in all 50 states has an opportunity to vote for our candidates. And, it just frustrates me so bad that that we're even discussing this. He also, and this will be my final thing, but we'll, then we'll start going to the close. But he spoke about the ballot access committee, I believe, with the old LNC offered that they said they were going to pay, and you have to watch the video because I'm going off memory. I believe it was like $30,000, but what they've done is they hooked on all these different benchmarks they had to get with him. Okay, so it was like he didn't say what the benchmarks were, but they connected it. As he was saying, he's one of the most popular libertarians. He's done a ton of work for him up in New York, but they were continuing to do all of this, hey, you got to hit this benchmark. And I get you got to hit benchmarks, but they were telling him he's got to do this, 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 and this to get whatever. Well, when the new LNC came in, I guess that committee disappeared, and now he is, where he is. But like I said, $250,000 just fighting this. This is truly, like, even here in the state of Virginia, when we tell someone, hey, we want you to run, they might be a great candidate, but the first $30,000 to $50,000 you're going to have to spend on getting on the ballot.
Yep.
If you had $30,000 or $50,000 to straight off the bat go out with advertisements, with yard signs, with things like that, and you don't have to waste your time knocking on doors, standing at farmers market. When you're at the farmers market, you're actually handing out, I'm on the ballot. That's exactly what we've got to be fighting for. Honestly, that's the fight. But no. We can't fight that. We don't want to fight for that. What we want to fight is that guy over there says he's Mises. And I know I said I was wrapping it up, but the Mises Caucus has been around since 2017. Okay. They have been building for 2022. If you didn't like the Mises Caucus, all you had to do was work as hard as them to recruit new members and bring them to your state convention, to go out there to the national convention and ring. That's all you had to do. No, it's easier to sit here and say, they're bad guys. Let's not do anything. Let's just continue to do it the old ways. Let's beat this dead horse that is got flies all over. It's got the maggots in it because it's a rotten carcass. What are we doing? We need fresh ideas. We need, as Angela McArdle's thing was, like, bold, fresh ideas,
Yep. You can't beat a dead horse. You can't sit behind a keyboard to be a keyboard warrior and a keyboard bitch, either way, and think you're going to get somewhere. But I did put if you want to help Larry Sharpe, I did put up a screenshot. You can go right there to the top right. It says donate, and donate to his campaign.
And what was that website?
LarrySharpe.com. That's LarrySharpe.com. LarrySharpe.com. It goes over everything he's about here. He has a shop. If you want to go to a shop, you can go to his, which is going to ultimately go back to him in funding. And then, obviously donate to his campaign. You just got to go to click donate, which is also up there. There's a big red button. There's also a donate thing. And there you go. You can do monthly recurrings. You can do Bitcoin. You can do any amount you want under the other. Just have to put your information in there. And that's LarrySharpe.com. And go there to donate to his campaign. I have donated to his campaign, I believe, in a lot of what Larry Sharpe has to say. So that's what you need to do to help Larry Sharpe. That would help him, I guess, if he needs to get paid petitioning from other people, that would help him out a ton. So,
absolutely. So, hey, Dean, I guess we've hit that 25-minute mark. As Dean said at the beginning of this video, please go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel, our Odyssey channel. Click the notification bell. And then if you want to get all the news that we talk about here, go to our Twitter or get our account at We Are Max Lib. So, do you have anything else to say, Dean?
Let's kumbaya. Play the song. Why can't we be friends? Cheer yourself up. Be a good libertarian. Come together and work together. Let's get to work.
I think that sounds good. So until next time, my friends, I'm Brian. And who are you? What's that?
And I'm Dean.
And he's Dean. So, as Dean said, let's all come together. All right. Till next time. Later.